If you look really closely, that white thing is actually a kitten. Leave a like if you like kittens.
What's going on, guys? It's Andrew Michael here with another video. Now this one is a little bit like the gaming news and news. So today's news. As you all know, there is something where the gaming industry has been around for a long time. To the point to where some media people, including people in Good Morning America, people in Australia, people in Britain, are trying to take down video games, especially, quote, violent video games, end quote. Violent video games is a topic that the news media likes to share with parents so that they can stop their kids from playing too much video games. That's the whole point of the violent video games thing. It's the fact that these media people use these scare tactics to make parents tell their kids, hey, don't play video games too much. Why can't they just say, hey kids, you should not be playing for more than 3 hours or 4 hours. You should not be playing for 10, 11, 12 hours on one night and not go to school the next day. Why can't they say that? No, they're gonna use scare tactics. Just like how all news media, especially here in America, because most of it's fake news, they try so hard to push agendas until it's blatantly obvious that whatever they're trying to do is obviously not working. And so we have the whole debate of Fortnite versus the media, which might be the title of this video, or gaming industry versus news industry. That might be the whole title of today's video. Anyways, let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, so here's my whole thing about gaming versus news. Gaming, on one hand, has been in my life since I was 5, when my parents bought me a Game Boy Advance and a GameCube, sorry, not a Game Boy Cube, what was I about to say? The Game Boy Advance, and on the GameCube, I got Mario Party 7. Now, our both titles are very similar in some ways. Both of the games I played were much kid-like. I mean, none of them offered a violent past. None of them offered a violent way of doing things. Both games involve you either catching Pokemon and training them to be the best they can possibly be, or playing a party game with 12 of your friends and you play a board game on a console. That's perfectly fine. But whenever you see a gun getting shot at, whenever you see someone using a gun in a video game like Grand Theft Auto, or Fortnite, or Battlefield, or Call of Duty, or Tom Clancy, or anything like that, if it involves you killing someone, the news media is not going to like that, because their whole thing is, we want to make sure guns go away. Especially here in the United States, we have a lot of people who are trying to say, we need to get rid of the Second Amendment so that way people can't have guns. But there's a problem with that. And this is the biggest problem the media seems to forget. If you take away guns in America, the people who are going to have them is anyone outside of the United States. Anyone outside of the United States who has a passport can bring a gun in here and kill everyone. That's the problem with America. They try to push a political agenda and it doesn't work because no one likes it. No one thinks it's a great idea. And that's another thing. When people talk about how the gaming industry and the news industry changed the world, they both had positive and negatives. Here's the positive of gaming. It allowed kids who don't have much of a life, and when I say don't have much of a life, I literally mean don't have much of a life. They can't go outside and do all that because of a medical condition. It allowed people to have the way of connecting to people. It allowed people to enjoy their life while they can. Now when people say, oh, you don't have a life, if they're living, they have a life. Duh. Anyways, how the gaming industry negatively impacted things is the fact that some kids are playing too much of a game. But it's not the kids' fault, it's the parents. The parents aren't telling their kids, hey, you can only play for like 2 or 3 hours a day. Why don't you just do your homework and then play video games? So that way you can do good in school and then you can have your video games as a reward. And that's the whole point of what gaming is for. It can be a reward, it can be a YouTube video, it can be a YouTube channel that can do really well. It can be something that kids enjoy doing. It's not about making all kinds of money and getting rich on that kind of stuff. But as you see, the target audience is 13 to about 8. That's the target audience. The next one is 13 to 17. The next one's 18 to 24. Now, based on what my channel did last time, based on my other channel, Fireman334, the demographics there were 18 to 24, which means anyone in my age likes my kind of videos, or anyone below likes my kind of videos. And I understand this is not a gaming video because I'm not playing a video game, but I am playing a, maybe call this gaming because, you know, this is talking about video games and all that stuff. So we are going to probably put Fortnite here because this is another topic. Fortnite has now come to scrutiny based on the news media, especially Good Morning America and Good Morning Australia. Both ran news stories on why Fortnite is addictive and can ruin your child's life. Here's why. It's addictive because the kids, it's a free-to-play game. In any free-to-play game that you see, people are going to be playing it for a long time as long as they have something that pushes them to do something. Like the leveling system. They have to go from 1 to 100, and basically it takes a while to get there, so the kids can play as long as they want to, just for that kind of reward. Because most people tend not to get first on their very first game. They'll keep playing until they do. And that's what makes it addictive. Now, what makes it addictive is when the parents don't tell their kids, hey, you need to get off the console, you've been playing too much. And they don't turn it off, they just let their kids play. They don't do anything. The parents just say, hey, you need to stop playing this game because you've been playing for 4 hours, and they just walk away. And they come back and they've been playing for 10 hours straight. And they haven't even gone to school. So why can't the parents just unplug the console and say, no, you go to school, you do good in your grades, and you can play. If not, I'm going to ground you and you can't play video games. That's the parenting that I saw when I grew up. If I did good in school, I got to play my game for at least an hour or two. If I didn't do good in school, I had to read a book. Which reading is absolutely amazing. I didn't understand the power of reading until you got a book and you read at least 5 chapters of it. You honestly understand. It's a TV that plays, and if you like the book, you're going to keep reading. If not, you don't want to play it. And you don't want to read it. The news media industry has basically, like I said last time, has been going down. And the reason I say that is not because I'm calling out CNN or MSNBC, basically for being the two. What I am saying is this. It is very evident when you're trying to push a political agenda, especially if it's against something that's like gaming, because gaming and political agenda can correlate. Because in gaming there can be something where it's like you shooting someone, or you shooting 80 or 90 different people, and you have to kill people. And that correlates to this political agenda of people trying to take away guns. If people have guns, they can kill people, but if they don't have guns, they can't kill anyone. But the problem with that, there are other things that can kill people, like disease, cancer, car crashes, knives, anything like that. You can die in multiple ways. It's just not guns that is the number one thing that can kill people. And this is the thing about gaming. They want to stop gaming from becoming this huge monster thing. And the news media tries to hold it down. They don't ever want to talk about gaming being positive because they have a political agenda where if they keep kids from playing video games, they're going to make people say, you're welcome, news media. But these researchers are really trying to push it. When people are trying to say the gaming industry is something that needs to die. It is something that is poisoning our kids' minds and it needs to stop. The only reason it's poisoning the kids' minds is because they've been playing for way too long. And if you're not teaching your kids good values, it is going to influence them on doing something bad or trying to, you know, try to portray that in real life. Like say if they're outside, they're trying to play Grand Theft Auto in real life. The only reason they're doing that is because the parents are not telling them between fake and real. The thing about the gaming industry and the news industry is that the gaming industry can negatively impact someone just as long as the parents don't do anything about it. And that's the problem. It comes down to what I said on Instagram a couple days ago when I said parents are the one things that are going to help the kids. A parent has to raise a kid, not the kid has to raise itself. If a kid has to raise itself, it's not going to know the difference between right and wrong. The parents should know the difference between right and wrong since they've been alive for more longer than the kids have. And this is why I say it again. The news media likes to push agendas that they like. They like pushing things that they will just keep hammering into people that don't like a certain thing, especially people who don't like gaming. Some people like to say that gaming can become an addiction. And because it can cause an addiction, what happens is it's addicting if you play it for too long. Just like with drugs and anything else. It can be addicting if you play it for too long. If you do it for too long and you do too much of it, you will become addicted and you'll say, oh my god, I can't live without playing this game. And that's what can destroy someone. It doesn't say it will, it can. Because an addiction is something you have to find a way of getting out of. But here's the thing. These people that say, oh, we had a relationship with a gamer, and he would play for 10, 11 hours a day, and he would do all this kind of stuff. He would never pay attention to me. Well, that was because he was never trained to play video games for only 2 hours straight, 3 hours straight, and then go have a life with his family and friends, and be able to know, hey, let me go take my life stuff, and then I can have my games as a leisure time for 2 hours, 3 hours. Or if I have to be a parent, you obviously need to be a parent more than you do a video game, because that's obviously a life lesson that you need to teach your kids. But here's the thing. Gaming is not the problem. It's just how the news media portrays it. The news media likes to negatively show you what it does and how it is life. But here's the thing. The news media, we have to say like 5 times. The news media has what it is. They have things to work with, and they'll keep pushing. And until the society they obviously want people to know gaming is bad. But here's why. Because right on. These 3 don't think I'm here. This is what it is. Teach your kids. Don't play about it. Well, don't play too much. Don't become addicted. Only play until it takes you out. Do your homework. And do your life. Spend time with your family. Then play. Lastly, if you're married to someone, don't play video games for 5, 6 hours straight. Spend more time with your wife. Spend more time with your relationship with God. Or your relationship. Spend more time with that. Spend more time with your family. Do all that and then play video games. Because I'm not here to say you shouldn't play video games 12 hours straight. If that's your job, is playing video games for that long, you gotta do what you gotta do. But you shouldn't play for that long. You're gonna get your mind on and unless you have a really good story that teach you lessons, that's all you can say. That's it for today's video. Tonight I might do a live stream. Tonight, Fortnite is so fun. It's just fun. I had one day live stream here. I was fun. Fortnite is PlayStation 4. You know that one is so well. It'll make you know so fun. It's fun. Until next time, I am Andrew Light, and I'll see you guys later. Thumbs up.